Hello and welcome to Darkside Scenics. After a busy period with work and family, I needed to motivate myself to get back into modelling. Instead of the usual time-consuming project, I've stepped out of my comfort zone to see what I could build in 1 hour. I'm still using pieces of this old bathroom cabinet, so I'm just scratching the surface with a wire brush and a knife. The timer has already been set for 60 minutes. This will be the position of the lamp, so I'm just drilling a small hole for the wires to feed through. This cocktail stick will protect the hole from being filled with sculptor mould. The sculptor mould is poured into a jug, water is added and then it's mixed. The sculptor mould is added over the entire board. Although the land is flat, the terrain will be more realistic with a few variations. As the sculptor mould dries, I can smooth out the track areas with my finger and a small amount of water. The rough areas will be used as a woodland. This usually takes a day or so to dry, but due to the time limit I need to move straight on with the brown acrylic paint. Although there will be a scattering of snow, some of the earth areas will be seen, and this is why I'm still building up the layers. The lamp I'm using is from Gauge Master and I'm painting it with some black acrylic paint. The next earth layer is brown tile grout. I usually brush on glue at this point, but because everything's still wet I have to use a spray. The grout is sprinkled over before using a light misting of scenic cement. To build up the wooded areas I'm starting with some brown scatter. Another light misting of scenic cement is followed by twigs. Some olive green foam is sprinkled over, and then finally some burnt grass fine turf. A final spray of scenic cement is used before moving on to the grass. This is 4mm dead grass and will be used where the track meets the wood. Again, everything is loose, so I'm restricted to using layering spray for the grass. This grass applicator from WWS really helps to keep the grass in the right places. I already had some trees with some foliage on, which could be seen as cheating, but equally you can use seafoam directly from the box without foliage. The trees are attached to a diorama using scenic glue and a small hole with a scalpel. This snow is a 0.5mm static grass from Pico or WWS. The entire diorama is given a really good coat of layering spray whilst trying not to knock the trees over. The snow is sprinkled on from a height and more layering spray is used to ensure everything gets a good coat. I created a basic sign using an in-joke about my hometown being slightly alternative. I printed a number of these on photo paper and then cut the relevant one out with a scalpel. The photo paper isn't quite thick enough, so using the sign as a template, I cut out some plastic sheeting as a backing. The two pieces are super glued together, and then using some black acrylic paint I touch up the edges. For the sign posts I'm using a Wills kit which includes some guttering. These are cut to size before being sprayed with a grey acrylic paint. After a couple of minutes, I glue the pieces onto the back of the sign. I'm brushing some glue onto the lamp so I have some control on how much snow is added. The same process is used on the sign. The wires are fed through the hole I made at the very start, and then some super glue is added to hold it in place. Some more snow is added at the base of the lamp before spraying on some watered down washing up liquid and then scenic cement. For the sign, some small holes are made with a scalpel and then it's super glued in place. And finally, as a quick fix for the light, a 3-volt battery is taped onto the wires underneath the diorama. As the weather outside was atrocious, I decided to take the photos inside in a dark room with a blue background. Overall, it was a good idea to set myself a 1-hour time limit so I didn't have the opportunity to procrastinate as usual. I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.